No matter your age, your plan for retirement can start today. From the News Channel 5 Network, this is the Retirement Report.
Good morning. Welcome to the Retirement Report. I'm Hank Parrott, your host. We're going to be talking about taxes this morning. It's kind of a good time of year. We just had if you filed extensions for your corporate tax return, you know that September 15th just passed is when we had to have that finalized and in. And then October 15th, coming up soon, the next couple of weeks, is the final deadline for filing your personal taxes, as your extensions have run out at that point as well. Now, if you filed those extensions, and I know a lot do, right? Keeping in mind, of course, that you would have had to pay those taxes back in April, that this is just for a filing extension, not an extension to pay taxes. So if you don't have someone, one of the things you'll want to do is get with a good advisor to help you with these things, a good tax person. And with me today to help with that is Dr. Friday with Dr. Friday's Tax and Financial Services over in Brentwood, Tennessee. And Dr. Friday is a tax expert when it comes to individual and small business owners. She's been doing my taxes now for about 20 years, and that means both personal taxes, my corporate taxes, my payroll taxes, basically all the things that you need help with when it comes to filing and taking care of running a business, right, and that you do not have time when you're running a business to be doing. So one of the things that we're going to get into today is about, this is a program I picked up off of a company that does a lot of research into things related to financial services. And on this one, this is all about taxes. And it's the 20 plus questions every person, family, and business must answer soon. And we're going to talk about the new tax law. Some of the provisions within it, those that are temporary provisions as well as the permanent provisions, how that's going to affect you this year. Of course, it just went into effect last year, but how this is going to basically helping you with your planning. So some tips for reducing your taxes this year, potentially, right? As well as having a tax plan. A tax plan is not just what are we going to do this year or what are we doing next year. A tax plan is like a life plan. It's like comprehensive financial planning. When we talk about that, preparing for retirement and in retirement, it's basically a life plan. Life plan for your finances, and a big part of that is, and for other goals that you may have and how those all tie together. You know, when you think of our life, right, our finances are that's the financial engine driving the things that we're allowed to do. Exactly. How many pairs of shoes can you buy, for instance?
Exactly.
I'm only saying it because I know my friend here likes her shoes.
I do. I gave my brother a heart attack when he came over and saw how many pair of shoes I have.
Yes, you must have a room just for that.
I have a very nice closet.
Yeah.
Lots of cubby holes. But I wanted to jump in really quick. When you started the show, you were saying things and don't forget, if you have a SEP, that your the payment that you're taking on your tax return also has to be filed by October 16th. So unlike IRAs, where they have to be done by April 15th, many people, one of the reasons extensions are great for certain ways of fixing retirement is the ability that SEP retirement does get extended, but it is due on October 15th. So besides having to write the final check, pay your quarterly, hopefully you did that in September, you do have to make sure that payment is also made. But IRAs were and cannot be extended to the October 15th for those who think that they extended it. Those had to be done on actual tax day, which is usually April the 15th.
So keep this in mind when it comes to, for your SEP, you're talking about up to $55,000 that you can contribute to your SEP IRA.
Self-employed individuals, just jump that in there, because
yes,
not everyone qualifies.
Yes, SEP IRA is for you that are self-employed, that you have, this is the equivalent of a 401k, and you're talking, again, if you're over 55, over 50, that you could put up to $55,000 into the SEP, and this is one of those areas. Think about that. That's a huge potential savings for you as far as your taxes go. And if you haven't set up a SEP, if you're eligible or not sure if you're eligible, you want to check with your tax person to find out. If you don't have someone to help you with that, then give a call and we can get you, set up with Dr. Friday, and she can help you with those kind of things. In fact, we'll get her contact information. You'll have ways to contact her through my my office as well as a part of this. So our goal here is we want to basically, as we do each and every week, is to inform you, educate you, but not turn you into a tax expert. I'm not wanting you to think that this is a do-it-yourself workshop. That would be very bad. Okay, the potential risks there are too great. I don't want to be paying. I don't do my own taxes, haven't for years. I do tax planning. I help clients in terms of setting up tax plans, and I work with Friday, for instance, in the process of doing that kind of thing. Okay, this is our goal, is to help educate you and inform you so you know the kinds of questions to ask and the things to look for when it comes to tax planning, but also to seek out professional tax help when it comes to actually doing the, getting someone to help you with implementing these things. So when we talk about Roth conversions and all the different things, these aren't meant to be, oh, I'll just go do this. No, please, get again with good tax help, good professional tax help to help with that. And if you don't have someone, give my office a call and we can help you with that. All right, so we're going to be talking about the new tax law and the effect it's going to have. Again, I can't stress enough, seek professional guidance on these things. Take this as a way to help you trigger some thinking, get you thinking about what's possible, but then you want to get that, you want to not just do it yourself. Don't go out and buy the software and all those kind of things and think you can get the most out of that. And yes, I know a lot of clients that do that, a lot of people that do that, but most of my clients were, the same thing. They either have their own tax people or they, or they work with Dr. Friday. I've got a number of clients each year that we meet with her to do taxes.
Talking about do-it-yourself, they sent out a memo under the tax program. A lot of people use TurboTax or those versions, and that if you did it yourself last year, they're asking everyone to review it because there was some flaws in the software.
Yeah.
So just as a point of interest, if you are a do-it-yourselfer and you maybe thought, well, I paid too much money, there's a possibility that maybe there was a problem in your software. Now, this probably applies more to QBI, qualified business investments, or which would include your rental properties if you had them and things like that. But just the point of interest, you might want to double check your taxes. We're getting many notices and people looking for second opinions just to make sure it was right versus missing and leaving money on the table.
So one of the things when it comes to the planning piece of this, do it yourself, not do it yourself. If it's really simple, as this is a good idea, we're going to get into a lot of different things, answer, how these new tax laws are going to affect you. Will they cost you money or are you going to benefit from them? How can you position yourself to benefit even more? Some tax planning strategies. What do you need to change now and in the future? And what do you need to worry about? We're going to get into a lot today, but first we're going to take a break. So join us here. We'll be right back on the Retirement Report.
Storm 5 weather update. For weather on the go, download the Storm